చెప్పు. హలో 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 హలో
Our company is also founded woman. Yeah, she's coming. She's on the way.
So, good evening, friends. We cordially invited and you came all the way. Thank you so much. You are most welcome to this presentation. My name is Shripad. I am Shripad Kothar. I joined Banka Bio as a director for strategy and operations since last 4 months. In a nutshell, I am engineering graduate with post-graduation and process control instrumentation. And I am management literate from IIM Bangalore. Worked in oil and gas industry for 20 years, and for last 16 years I have been working as a CEO for water and wastewater companies, including Veolia, Eurotech, and last assignment was with Panar Enviro. Now I am with Banka Bio. So we welcome you all. We are starting the session now, being Saturday post-lunch. People were in relaxed mood, and it was rainy season also. So we regret for the delay in kickstarting the presentation. So may I invite Mr. Bakka Reddy, who is the chief guest today, and please come to the dais, sir, please. आप दे दो इंशाल्लाह. May I invite President sir, please come to the dais. इसको बाद में बुके दे दो, सर को दे दो. Mr. Vishal Murarka, he is our CEO of the company, and I will invite him. He will conduct the company introduction and the product presentation. Our founder, MD Namita Madam, just because of some traffic of Saturday, she got stuck, but she is likely to reach any time. So in order not to waste time, she permitted us to start with the session. So Mr. Vishal, I would request him to introduce himself.
Thank you, Shirpaji, and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Vishal Murarka, and I'm the CEO of the company, also one of the director. And I came on board in 2019, so now 4 years working with this team. Prior, I had around 20 years of experience in the corporate sector. So I worked with automotive company, Toyota and Tata Motor. That was my mechanical engineering days. Then I did my MBA from ISB in 2006, and then I worked with L&T, then Piramal, and that's how I have experience on investment, real estate, and other scheme. And this company was started by Namita, and Namita happens to be my sister, and I was early investor in the company, and then we thought that let's build it together. So that's how I came in 2019, and happy to meet so many people. And my team says that a lot of ex-clients are there, and I will definitely share their stories and their experience with our company. Today I will quickly talk about our company, what we have done over the last 10 years. 2012-13 is when we started, and then over the course of 10 years where we are. Okay. Yes, sir, please. So what we do as a company, and where is the problem? And that's what Namita always talks about it. So 3 billion people are experiencing inadequate sanitation and depleting water resource. And this everybody knows about it. Water is such a neglected space today. Nobody is really bothered about treating their wastewater or even using water properly. And we have seen, I will take example and I will share my experiences. And what we have done and what we as a company do is we give bio toilets. We have some clients already here. Then bio toilet and O&M for railways, and we do use water management in terms of packet STP, which we are going to talk about today. And then we do regular plants in terms of the conventional large plants. And we have also come up with the new business model called Urban SaaS, which is STP as a service. So, and this I will share my experience, my anecdotes from my 4 years in Hyderabad. And then fecal sludge treatment plant that we have done in the state of Hyderabad, in Telangana and AP. And we have done almost 12-13 plants across these two states. And we are one of the well-known FSTP developer in the city. And KTR sir inaugurated 2 of our plants, so that shows that we have done a decent job. So in terms of what we have done in terms of achievement, so we have done more than 20,000 bio toilet. I think that is a big achievement. Railway, we do almost 20,000 units per day. We do the O&M, operation and maintenance. And then and we have treated more than 5 mld of fecal sludge. And my team was telling me that every 1 mld of fecal sludge is contaminating area as large as 20% or 10% of Hyderabad. So that is the impact this fecal sludge have on the groundwater. People just throw it in the drain or some nala or some open area. So that is contaminating the water table and everything. So that's like a big thing. Then we have treated more than, now it is 400 mld of used water from residential complexes, which we are talking about where we have done the plant. And we are running it for a long-term contract. And we have 750 employees on the roll. We are listed company on stock exchange, which is the NSE. And we have delivered around 45 crore worth of revenue over the last 3 years. COVID has been very rough for our company. And we had a huge downfall in terms of revenue. But I think we are coming back to what we were doing. In terms of, I told you about the what we are doing. So this is our team. Sanjay and started with this company in 2015-16, where he left his job with a global MNC and he started to focus on this. And he focuses on building the brand equity of the company. So he's spending a lot of time working with these branding and like the marketing tie-ups and other things on the CSR front and multiple other things that he's doing. Namita, she's always been an entrepreneur by heart, so she started something. She would do something when she was even younger than what she is today. And early 2000, she started some jewelry business. Then every time she was moving and she was doing something. In 2012, finally, Banka Bio took shape. I already gave my background. Akhilesh is managing our railway business and he's handling 50% of the portfolio. And Ramakrishna is our CFO. So I only see that what we have done, if somebody is looking at it and giving us a little award, that just reinstate that we are doing the right thing. As simple as that. And not just in India, but we have won different awards across the globe. So Cartier award is very prestigious, which Namita won in 2012, 13-14. Then we won a couple of other awards in Turkey, in South. Then we have won some awards from US government. So over the last 8-10 years, we have had a pretty strong visibility from the work that we are doing. What we are doing, people are appreciating. It's a very tough sector to be in. And water, everybody knows that everybody knows there is a problem, but nobody is doing anything about it. So that's the story about water. So quickly about our company. So we have a railway business, water and wastewater business, and then R&D, we do some product development. So this we will talk more about as we go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. So some of the products. So we have bio toilets. We are doing water saving WCs. We are doing the fecal sludge treatment plant for the municipalities, and we are doing the package type. We will talk about it today. Next. So you can stop me and ask questions if you have, because it will be happy to share my experience. So these are some.
So for the independent houses also a good size of independent houses
Yes.
having the 7-8 toilets.
Yes.
Do you have solutions for that?
Yes, ma'am. Just go back. So the first one, if you see in the last slide, the lowermost, there is a single household we can do, and it's like so villas ke liye we are doing. So we are doing for villas. We have done in Goa around 6 villas. We have done a similar. So per villa per one unit. Yeah.
What is the area needed?
So area is 1.3 meter dia is there. So which is the smallest, and you can go up to 2.1 meter diameter. Very small.
How is the cleaning part of it?
So cleaning. So if you talk about cleaning, so cleaning, not much cleaning is required. So if a lot of muck is coming, so only one person, let's say a gardener or somebody is there. If there is some people are throwing some garbage in the toilet or maybe in the kitchen, it needs to be cleaned periodically, maybe weekly. You have to just clean. There is no other cleaning requirement for this one.
Another thing, the odor bad odor.
So there is no odor because this is all sealed unit, ma'am. So this is, if you see, it's completely sealed from the top. So there is no real odor coming. And we have done multiple installation in the villa community here in Hyderabad. And we are doing one in Rajendra Nagar. Like there is 65 villa communities there, very affluent household. So we are already 2 orders we have that we have to do, and others also want to do the same thing because they don't have a centralized STP system. So that is the you can do that. So this is for the black and grey water put together. If you want to only do the black water, which is the toilet water, then we have this bio toilet, ma'am. So you can put the bio toilet, that is the bio tank, which you can connect it to the outlet of your toilet waste. So that is the bio toilet, and it works absolutely no problem. And we have some client, they have done it in their factory. So whenever there is a new factory, they take the biodigester tanks from us. And now they have just taken 10,000 liter tank, which is for their requirement. So all the human waste goes in the tank and gets treated, and they don't have to clean the tank ever. Sir, am I right? Yes.
I didn't understand the concept of how it gets, clean and the tank is always available. You will not work.
So in the case of bio toilet, ma'am, so it is a digester. It's an anaerobic state where we put the bacteria, which is a very specialized bacteria which eat away the human waste.
Oh.
So that is how. So the water gets clean, and the clean water comes out of the of that system, and we can put it in the groundwater discharge.
Groundwater.
So gas will be very
or it
less,
is,
sir, because one household, not much methane will be there, sir. But if you are doing for a very large community, then the gases could be there, yeah.
So it is for the planting the water in plants and other
You
places?
can use it for the plant, ma'am, yes.
Only the plants?
So for the biodigester, we are not suggesting to use it for the plant. You can just directly discharge in the groundwater. But for the right side, which I was talking, you can use it for the plant or even flushing if you have the flushing line. Because that has anaerobic and aerobic both. So that is how it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you're not showing anywhere exhaust at all.
Yeah, sir.
It is a must, I think, no exhaust.
So exhaust pipe is there. I'll show you some installation photo.
The pictures.
Yeah, maybe
It's a
I'll.
must, I think, no? I don't know. I mean, as per my knowledge.
No, so if it's a very large plant, sir, the exhaust is required.
Small, not
But
required.
smaller, we put a pipe. We put a
Yeah.
pipe,
Yeah, yeah.
but actually, कुछ gas ज़्यादा निकलता नहीं है. Yeah, so not much gas is there.
But
So-
it is, I think, it is.
So we put a pipe is always there.
Always should be
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
I think. no?
always there, sir. In this, you're not able to see, but normally we have a pipe which runs to the.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So these are some of the products we do for railways. So the idea to show this is that we have the capability to develop products also. So if let's say if we are working with you for certain requirement, we can do some sort of these kind of innovation as well. Yeah. So coming to the water side and wastewater, so what we are doing, sewage treatment plant, we have already explained. So we have the MBR, SBR and MBBRs, the regular ones. Then we have water treatment in form of a ACF, that is carbon filter, sand filter, softener plant. and then affluent treatment plant, and then O&M servicing also we are doing. And we are also offering as a service. So let's say, I'll give you an example. So if you have a factory and your plant is not working, we will be happy to come and have a look at it, and we can take over the plant. Even if little investment is required, we are happy to do that also, and look and take it for a long-term contract. So to give you an example here, sir, we have done this My Home Vihanga, which is in Financial District, a large residential society, more than 2,000 apartment. They had a 1200 KLD MBR, they had an earlier plant was there. So we took over the full plant, we invested the money, and we have signed up for a 7-year contract. So it's like the way you buy house, we are saying you can also do that, the same thing with STP also. So we are recovering our money over a period of 7 years, and we are maintaining it also. So they are only interested to get clean water, which we are giving to them. So that concept as a business model innovation we are doing in the market. So that could be applicable to a lot of industries today who are suffering with the poor management of O&M of these ETPs or STPs. So that is what we are trying to do. Yeah, go ahead. So I told you about myself, then Mr. Sripadji also explained his background. Then we have Mr. Ajay Jain, who is an advisor. We bought a company in Chennai with the name Enzotech, and Ajay was running that company for a long time. And so he brings his expertise, his relationship. So we are really serious to build this business. We started in 2 years back, specifically the water treatment business, water and wastewater. But we have now accumulated the team, you see here, a lot of people, and now we are building this up in a big way. Some of the projects that we have done. Next, some clients list, yeah. Right. So this ends my presentation about the introduction of my company, but now specifically we will talk about the product that we wanted to discuss today. So any question I will take, or else we go to the next slide. दूसरा वाला लगा? हाँ. Here, before getting into that presentation, I just want to show this here. So here is the footloo that we have selling, and this only uses 1 liter water for flushing. And this is the JOHKASOU that we are talking about, which we will talk more in detail. So इसमें सबसे interesting क्या है? So and everybody would have experienced this, right? So when you in the houses, if the water is not there in the cistern, then you get a bucket full of water and try to flush off the thing. इसमें वैसे ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. अगर if the water is not there, only 1 liter water you can flush out the waste. So that is, it is like a foot pedal action, and we can show you like it is a working model, and we can, once we finish the presentation, we can see all of us. So you, if there is no water, you just put the water with the anything. Yeah, and then just press, once you press the foot pedal, it just flushes out everything.
You need to fill the tank.
No, yeah, so here the tank is not required to be filled. Even if the tank is empty, you can use only 1 liter water to clean this up.
No, we have to pump the water.
Water will be there. So 1.4 liter capacity water will be there. So in case if the water is not there, also it can be functional. Because in our houses, if you have a Western WC, if the water is not there, you can't really use it. So this is like sort of an number one, it saves water, and number two, it can be used anytime.
You are saying water is not there, how the water will come?
So water, so
You are saying 1 liter water is required.
1 liter water required.
1 liter into the flush tank.
No, you have to put it here, sir. You have to just put water like this. Even if you don't have sufficient water, you can just put the water like this and then flush it. That's it. Flush तो चल रहा है ना, sir?
This commode is different strike.
हाँ.
Not like it.
Nah, it is a different one. Yeah.
The people selling in the shop is different.
So it doesn't have a S strap. The symphony is not there.
Not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is a straight, and there is a special innovation which is like a super flapper top type of arrangement.
So we needed to buy this one at the other market, or you sell this?
No,
one?
we will sell, na sir. It's our product, so we will only sell. Yeah.
What's the cost difference between what is available in the market?
So abhi now it depends whether you want to go and buy a Kohler one. So if you comparable model, let's say if you buy anything which talks about the seat and the full setup, this will cost you around 15 to 17,000, all including everything. But other one, it all depends, right? Though the 2,000 also you can get, 50,000 also you can get. So depending upon the same quality, I think they are comparable quality. And water saving is added bonus. So we have one person, she made a villa, and that she has put this one, and she can tell her story later. Mahalakshmi is here. So that's what I made, 15 to 17,000, ma'am. This whole full unit. Yeah.
Even the collector also.
So everything, ma'am. This one and this whole put. It's like the full unit, including this. Yeah, everything.
No, that is fine, one unit. But the splitter is going down when it is collecting.
So that too, it will connect to the pipe, na ma'am. This will connect to a pipe. So you have to connect to your outlet pipe.
Yeah.
So that whole other piece of the unit will be differently priced. I'm only talking about this product.
So you are selling comfort, and your treatment is sewage treatment also you sell, no?
No. Sewage treatment will be like after this, you put a biodigester tank. So I will sell you this one and the biodigester tank. So dono साथ में हो गया, हाँ.
Two things make a
Separate.
combination.
Yes, that's right. So biodigester tank will be depending upon the requirement of the size. So whether it is 700 liter for one household or maybe more for a larger community. That's how it is. So Namita is here. Maybe you want to just come and say hello to everybody.
Namaskar, everybody. I'm sorry for this delay. Coming all the way from Abrahampatnam, actually. So that's the reason it got little delayed. Thank you for coming and showing interest to know our product and our services. So I think, thank you, sir. Thank you, all the industry owners who are here. And I think you finished your presentation.
The company introduction I will talk about the classes.
So please take benefit of this opportunity to understand the product and how your industry can become water positive and water secure. These are the two lines that I would like to emphasize on, because the future of our industry only depends if we are able to recycle and reuse our water systems. We have septic tanks which needs to be upgraded. There are systems which are very simple and can be installed in the existing industries that you have without changing too many pipeline changes or structural changes that needs to be done. So this is the reason why we are in Jedimitla, because Jedimitla is an old industrial area, and we all know that water is becoming scarce and expensive. So every model from small to large, it can be incorporated. Only thing is, of course, a small space needs to be provided, which you can look into it. And we do audit, as Michelle must have told you, and really give you a wholesome solution about how water consumption can be reduced and how treatment and reuse can be done. So I thank each one of you again. Thank you. I know ma'am very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Namita. So today specifically we'll talk about this package type unit that we are trying to explain to the people. So here if you see, so very clearly we want to distinguish between a centralized treatment plant versus a decentralized treatment plant. And as you know that the government of Telangana is investing a lot of money to build this big large mega plant, but that money is coming from the government and it gets a lot of delay. But there was a statistic which said that if every household, every society or the larger ones treat their own wastewater, then we really don't need such mega large STP plants centralized today. Because there is a census that says around 90% of these decentralized plants are not working well. So when I say not working well, if the capacity is, let's say 500 KL, they may be operating at 200 and 300 they are just discharging outside. So that is what I mean if they are not working well. So 90% of the plant has the similar situation. So we are doing a lot of audits of these kind of plants. So we are aware that there is a problem. So this is about the residential and commercial. If you go to the industry, it is all like a paperwork, right? I don't want to say it more than that. People are not really running it the way it should be running, and that is the reality. And end of the day, as the population is growing and we are living much closer to each other, the ground table is getting contaminated, and end of the day we are only suffering long term. So the discharge, we are putting it in the drain, which end of the day percolates into my water table, and then I am doing an irrigation in a borewell laga rahe, ya fir we are doing we are pulling the water from the ground and then we are drinking that. So it's like a cycle which end of the day we are only suffering. And I'll tell you one new geo that the government is planning, that they are going to put a fee for borewell. For every borewell they are going to put a fee. So they are going to monitor how much water you are taking from extracting from the ground, and you have to pay the money to the government. So it's like the water bill aayega, वैसे borewell का water bill aayega. Every industry will have to do that. So if you have to really long term thinking, then you have to set the house right by investing in your STP, your ETP, and making sure that they are working well and you are able to reuse the water. So this is the preamble to what I am trying to explain today. So obviously centralized plant, we all know about it, and decentralized is like smaller colonies, apartment, villas, as ma'am told. Cost is very low. There is no sewage transfer cost is there. Next. So this is very well understood. So what is the advantage of this system that we are talking, sir, today? So number one is running cost is very low, and we'll see the comparison and you will be surprised. Low ongoing maintenance, because maintenance is the biggest problem of these kind of system which is running. Low noise, life cycle price or cost is much lower. High quality, high treatment capability, flexible space requirement because it can be also put underground, and no or less smell, because ma'am it's completely sealed. So obviously other than the pipe that you put out, there is no real open sewage you can really see or feel, right? Next. So why so treat at site, reuse at site. So low maintenance, we suggest only monthly removal of stacking goods like plastic, what ma'am asked already, and every 6 months vacuuming out excess sludge. So in some cases there could be a lot of sludge coming, so that every 6 months you have to get a desludger and get this sludge out. 6 months I am saying this, but you can do it in 12 months or 18 months. And we have seen the case where they have done in 18 months without a problem of doing that. So low power consumption, does not require any dedicated manpower. So you don't need a manpower. So if you have a villa, you can put this and there is no manpower requirement. Even if your gardener is there, if you need to just put on and off some pump for water ke liye, that's all about it. Then low maintenance, that's already explained. Low space, low noise, there is no smell, and flow rate. You can, so it can also manage on a flow rate basis also. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So as everybody is using this, it's a natural thing. So those septic tank pipes and all that, can they be used, or you have a completely your own design?
So we have done this work earlier in the past, ma'am, where the septic tank was already available on the site, which we converted into biodigester tank. So what happened, we can convert the whole septic tank into a biodigester tank, and then you don't have to desludge it ever in the way we do it in the septic tank. And septic tank mein kya hota hai, ma'am, lot of people do if it is not ground mein, if they don't do proper concreting, so it is leaching in the groundwater, which is really deadly, because it is in your campus, it's leaching into your groundwater, and then you are doing borewell and pulling the water. So it's like defeating the whole purpose of the thing that we are planning.
So you suggest that your model will work in a
Yeah, absolutely, ma'am, absolutely. Yeah, next. So here is the comparison, ma'am. So this is important. So if you see, we have done a 50 KLD unit comparison of JOHKASOU unit, which is this one, versus a regular normal conventional STP, an SBR or an MBBR or any other technology. So operator technician, I have kept it same. Disinfectant kept it same. Maintenance and desludging, obviously the requirement is much lower, so we have put 1800 rupees per month. Inlet and outlet lab test is almost same, so we have kept it the same. So if you see the subtotal is 12,800 for a JOHKASOU for other than electricity, but if you add electricity it comes to around 16,800 versus if you do a normal STP it is coming to around 57,250 because electricity cost is quite high. Although I have taken the technician cost also, but technician cost ki zarurat hi nahi hai. So what I'm trying to say is like electricity is a big advantage because your cost of running is very low. And so if you see capex and opex over a 5-year for 50 KLD, your capex, additional capex will be recovered within 1 year. So and capex maybe you're talking about the whole civil, electromechanical, everything. So if you add both together, the cost is almost similar. ऐसा नहीं है कि it is like super expensive. It is very similarly priced as a regular STP system.
So there you are showing
Just go back.
Back, sir, back.
Media here you're showing as zero cost.
Media, yeah.
But the normal STP is showing.
Yeah. Yeah. So so there is no media replacement requirement for 15 years, ma'am, in this one. But in that, because the quality of media is PP, sir. Sorry, what are you asking, sir?
Media means what is the product?
So media is inside, right? In the tank, there is a media. This is the media. So bacteria growth happens on this media. Yeah. So so 15 years you don't have to change the media, but the media that normally in any other STP, the media has to be upgraded, changed, replaced, added. So that is the cost I'm talking about. So I have taken, so we have done a life cycle cost, ma'am, 5 years, and then we have taken how much it is required. So in terms of government standard, it meets all of the government standards. So there is no problem in terms of any issue related to your government standard. So less than 10 BODs and 20 COD, 50 COD. Now as the days are passing, the NGT norm and the PCB control is getting more stringent by the day. Just to give you an example, in India the BOD is less than 10 and COD is less than 50 as per the PCB requirement. Even in Thailand, it is not as stringent as in India. So when we told them that this is what India norms are, they were very surprised how India can move from 30 to 10. Earlier it was 30 BOD, now it has come down to 10. Now people are talking about 5. And as you are going ahead, and most of this pharma company and all, they do the zero liquid discharge type of plant. So it is so much more become pertinent for them to have a proper working STP system. Yeah. So quickly just a little bit how the system works. So we have a solid separation, anaerobic, fixed film aeration, and then the sedimentation. So here there is a model you can see here. So first tank, so everything is inside the tank. So you have to connect your outlet, the outlet which is coming from your house to this system. So that is the first one, and then so all is through gravity. So obviously you don't have to spend on energy doing that. So inlet is what I already explained, 250 BOD and SS of 300. Then primary treatment already is there, and then secondary, which is the JOHKASOU, and then we have the sand filter and the carbon filter. So it's a very straightforward system. All this is helping in reduction of our as per requirement. So any question here?
So aeration system means you are going for the aeration again?
Yeah. So here in this one, so one tank. So out of this 4, one chamber is with aeration. So without aeration, you can bring down the BOD of, let's say, 70 or 80. But if you want to bring down to 20, you need to have some aeration. So yeah. So aeration, it depends upon the sizing, sir. How much volume of air, like for a 50 KLD, we are talking about 2.2 meter cube of air per minute. So multiplied by 60, so around 70 meter cube per hour, 70 to 80 meter cube for a 50 KLD system.
It only depends on size or it depends on that size?
No, so it depends upon the, so depending upon what the BOD is there, so we design the system based on that. So if the BOD is 250 or 300, then on basis pe they do the calculation of the air. So I'm giving you for a 50 KLD system we have just designed. So 2.2 meter cube per minute multiplied by 60 will be around my bad, it was not 80, 125 to 130 meter cube per hour for a 50 KLD system, which is significantly lower than any other conventional system. And then the other thing is, sir, so all the final sedimentation tank, you don't have a RAS, you always have a RAS, that is recirculation is raw recirculation is there, raw water. इसमें वैसा होता नहीं है because there is a vacuum lift pump which uses no energy. So automatically that vacuum lift will take the sludge back to the solid separation. So if you see here, return sludge is coming from the sedimentation tank through a vacuum pump, which is no energy. There is no electricity required for that. Only you have one blower, which is for the fixed film aeration tank. That's it, and everything else is on gravity. So that's what the benefit is. So this is getting more into detail how it is working. So if there is an interest, I can take through it, and or we can have a question answer on this, and people can come and have a look at it, and then I think that will be more relevant rather than boring you guys with all this technical detail about it. This we will anyway share, Prasad will share with all of you, so you can see the details what we are talking. Next slide. Same. So this just go back. So this is the blower, ma'am. So this is for up to 30 KLD system. We are using the diaphragm blower, and this can go on and on without any failure. Really, no failure. And the blower is zero. Decibel level is less than 50. So actually, if it is running also next to you, you will not know about it. And the energy requirement is what you charge your mobile phone. Same is energy requirement for this one. Yeah. So summary, just go back. So summary is simple, ma'am, and everybody, that performance guarantee is there, lifelong is like long life is there, and low life cycle cost, as I explained, that less than 2 years you can recover the cost, and then you are only in the money. Yeah, these are some of the products for different application, but right now we are only selling two types, ma'am, second and the third one. This is for larger sizes up to 100 KLD, and the right one is up to 6 KLD. So for any villa application, so that will be very relevant. So for one villa, two villa, depending upon the requirement, we can do that. So we are doing it in Hyderabad, and we have done it in Goa. Right now we have done 6 units in Goa. We have finished already.
So as you have sent the information to all your if this PPT is also shared to all the members,
Sure.
that will also give a lot of insight and might be with the contact number.
We will do that, ma'am.
This also?
This we have not shared, but we will share that. Yeah, we will share. After this meeting, we will share. Prasad, please make a note. Oh,
That would help.
No, we will do that, ma'am. So we will share the whole PPT and the brochure related to this particular product.
Members, we can share it.
Yes, ma'am.
So that some maybe interested, no? 10-15%.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can convert it to the orders also. For you also benefit, and for the society also.
Yes, absolutely.
So it works on the net zero.
Yes, if you recycle it, is net zero. So if you are able to recycle, utilize the water completely, so it will zero net discharge. And the best part of it is that whatever we require, it is that especially the domestic wastewater or the industrial wastewater that we are getting. I'm not talking about the ETP. The wastewater that can be easy. Yes, STP can be very easily, and if you see, it is actually addressing to a lot of challenges that we have while we are building an STP or an ETP or a septic tank.
It eliminates all kind of civil work. If you see these installations, they are so simple to do. Secondly, it can be modular. Sometimes we start our factories in phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We don't need to centralize any STP. I'm building my factory in Ibrahimpatnam and it's a 1.5 acre. So I'm putting 3 small JOHKASOUs there. Why I need to take my pipe from one end to the other end? So you can actually, and Vastu also I'll tell you, because I was very concerned about the Vastu. If I paint it blue, the Vastu guy said it's okay, you can install it anywhere in that. so that is the reason, and we are going to reuse the water. So wherever you have a toilet, you can have a small JOHKASO there. So even if suppose something happens in one toilet and you're not able to, some issue happens in one JOHKASO, the other ones are working. So you don't really shut down your complete sanitation system in the apartment or in the industry. So these are some very, very key benefits of this unit. And we have been selling this since last 3 years. But we really felt that it's now time that all the industries also should look at it because Modi ji is selling that we need to become water secure, we need to become water save, reuse, recycle, use water. And with my experience in last so many years, the reuse of water concept was very E-type in our this thing. We never thought that it is so important that we need to reuse it. I've been reusing water in so many of my projects and they have been so successful. But unfortunately, to the culture that we have, it doesn't sound good कि अरे toilet का पानी reuse करना. My first project was with one of the COVE member, and she trusted me and she gave me, and I think it's 10 years now already. I've never got a complaint from her, and they are using it. It was septic tank converted into biodigester and recycled. So those kind of benefits we can have when we plan it, and of course, septic tanks 3 times the size, we reduce it to half or 1/3 actually. So these are the benefits. You can make it in your driveway. Only we need is an access to the manhole. That's all, nothing else. So I think if you don't have anything in your industry or you want to upgrade, please look at this technology. This is a Japanese technology, well established, and with their help, we have adapted to Indian standards. We have worked on with them to adapt so that we are able to achieve that 20 less BOD and give you a 10 less with tertiary treatment. So this is the benefit of importing technology but adapting to our systems. That is very, very important.
Right now, as we are going to be the master distributor and partner for India, Sri Lanka and Nepal, but eventually we are going to set up our manufacturing to build this in India. So, so that is the long-term plan for the company, because that will bring down the cost and everything, and we can build more types in India. So that is one. And then Namita also spoke about mindset about using the STP water. I just want to give this number. We are treating 1200 KLD of water in my home, Vihanga, and almost 450 KL per day treated water we are discharging in the pits right now, like that drain, because they don't need that so much water. So what they have done, we have selling 200 kiloliter of water to a tanker guy who is taking that treated water to the Infosys campus because they have no water for agriculture. So 200 is yet left. So I was telling Namita, can we put a hydrogen plant and run and do energy, or maybe put an RO plant and start to drink water from there? And it is possible. So the point I'm making, the water is getting scarcer by the day, and we can use this as a circular economy, and you can actually generate money from doing this in a long-term fashion. And this is not end-all system. It is not only one last solution, but we can do multiple things around it. So that is the message that we want to give as a team. Next. Yeah, next. This is what you were talking about. Just go back. So this is for the household. So you have a kitchen toilet, you have a grease trap if it's a kitchen, and then that directly to the the toilet. So next. So these are some of the, this is how big they are. So they are not very big. So 1.3 meter or to maximum 2 meter, and height is around 1.8, 1.7 meter to 2 meter. Yeah, that's it. So that's it from my side. So any question, happy to take. Yeah, thank you.
Adding to what Vishal said and what Madam said, I'll just share quickly one of the experience where, it became awesome for me. It was all the way in 2013 in US. Veolia residential complex sewage treatment plant. We were taken for the training there. I was working with Veolia those days. The guy there who just opened the chamber and showed me the sewage. This is what we are putting in. I said, fair enough, we know that. But then what he did is, the treated water, he put another tumbler and he drank in front of me. So it was really a shock of my life. I said, no, we are all used to this colony will drink only this water. And I was really surprised. I mean, it's a mindset, as Vishal and Madam said, that we Indians don't want to look at, drinking something like this. I'm not saying that the time has come for that, we won't be that bad, but at least we should start conserving water. A couple of other things I will share with you, Chennai Municipal Corporation at one point in time and Chennai railway stations, they wanted clear water. So finally, Chennai Municipal Corporation said, please, we have sewage, take it and do it whatever you want. Similar thing has happened in Bhuj, Anjar. A cement factory there, they asked for additional water to the Anjar Municipal Corporation in Gujarat. They said, sorry, we have sewage, please take this. So that's the kind of, the trend which is being set, and slowly we will have to, get used to this kind of, this is something, an awareness as a citizen, what we should have. Furthermore, to share with you that we have tied up with now some Italian and German companies, and we are trying to increase the scope of our solution offering to effluent treatment plant for the industries also. We are looking at 3 difficult industrial effluents like textile tannery and high protein slaughterhouse effluents. So shortly we will be coming, and there could be likely similar session in next few months to introduce about those effluent treatment plants. So I will take this opportunity and request our chief guest, Mr. Bakka Reddy, to be at the dais and share his views about the today's water scenario, whatever concise manner he wants to tell. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. It's a very good technology. Basically, I want to just introduce myself. I'm an BTech civil engineer, MTech in environmental engineer. My whole life is in the waste management, treating of the industrial waste, either liquid or the solid. When I studied in my college level how the night soil, that's what we talk, now the treating, how they are treating, how they are disposing it off. See, in the rich people, they are using the toilets, and the poor people, they are carting it by manually. This is how it started in the beginning. Now as the technology comes to go for the septic tanks, slowly, septic tanks, then the soak pits. Now as the technology is upgrading, now you have seen a beautiful technology in one system, underground, better treatment. Compared to that, it is a better treatment. So we can reuse and recycle the water. As you rightly said, if we are not able to drink it, at least use it for the secondary use like the plantation or greenery or flushing. Now in Hyderabad, multi-story buildings, most of them, they are recycling the water. Recycling means now just they are using it for the flushing purpose and the green belt, what I have seen. And the definitely what they are saying, this carbon absorption technology, definitely it is required to reduce the odor also now. Now there are also technologies have come for the oxidation, it is not the absorption. So technologies are improving, and recently, after a very long time, I traveled by the train. Earlier the soil, night soil, what they are using in the toilet, it is on the rail, totally. Now I just wonder, there is not at all a single excreta is on the rail. Totally, it is a wonderful management. That's what I have seen. And especially in the railway station, you can see everywhere is there, you can see the excreta. But now we can't see that. So I thank for the taking up such a novel business. I can say you are making a business and a social responsibility to make sure that all the people get a good environment, good water, good health. Thank you, sir. I wish you all the best. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you very much.
I know Mr. Bakkareddy for last 1 decade, and I know his noble contribution towards protecting the environment. He has been heading, until date he is heading our CTP at GD Metla. I know what kind of different and difficult influence he receives, but all said and done, he treats them very faithfully and really contributing to the Srushti, to the environment, and he is an adorable presence with us. We always look forwarded, to his guidance whenever we got stuck up somewhere. I was working earlier with Pennar and Hero as a CEO, and since then I know him. So we regard him very highly, and we thank him for all his contribution to the Srushti. And Madam, I will request her to just give some memento to Mr. Bakkareddy. President, sir, may I request you to please, if you can just have a few words for us.
Good evening. It's very nice to see so many entrepreneurs and industries coming here and attending this beautiful program. I think there is a real one. GO is also there in the government. People are yesterday, somebody saying from your department that if more than 30 employees are there, you must have a sewerage, treatment plant in your factory. The GO is there. I think it's not being implemented very strictly because the lack of space, lack of awareness, or lack of funds to industries or something maybe, etc. But in new industries, it's already started. I think it is a must to have a sewerage treatment plant. But I don't know in GD Matla how far it goes well. It's all could kept. Banka has to keep efforts to materialize this work, because even many GOs are passed, but it's not being implemented many places in many things. But until unless there is a pressure from back end, it cannot be done. As you said, it's mindset in India. You cannot do it immediately. Somebody has to pressurize. And maybe work out for the big companies. Maybe there are about 50% more than 30 employees in the company in GD Matla may come forward to have this one. If economically it's good and it's helpful to the nature, it may be useful. People may come forward also. And it is good luck for you, sir. All the best. Thanks for the opportunity given to speak to you on this occasion.
Like you said, no, there is a question of mindset, funds. One of the issue is not having a right product to fill in this niche, and that's why we are here. So JOHKASOU can always serve people with this kind of needs, fulfilling the local treatment at source of the sewage which is being generated. May I request Madam to give a small memento to President, sir. Thank you.
Collectively take this environmental mission.
Yes.
In our hand that we have taken, that and along with all of you only we can do.
That's what my suggestion is, sir. When you are sending this complete information to all industries, you just share that circular of government also.
Yes.
Yes. I think coupled with that we should send. Correct. Right. I would like to always add, Banka Bio, apart from making some livelihood by offering this technology-based solutions, Madam always had a vision that this is just not the business. It's a social service. And I will trace back her philosophy of doing the business with the societal element. Like, you know, we always, Indians, we talk about Vyashti, Samashti and Srushti. Yes, there are the three duties which we have. So we have a duty towards Srushti, and I think Banka Bio is leaving no stone unturned in performing this social service. At the same time, we will make some money for us and our employees. So once again, I thank you very much, everybody, for having your presence in such a big number and listening to us in an interactive session. And Vishal would give a vote of thanks, please.
So we had a long session. Thank you for listening to us patiently.
I would like to interrupt you here. Ma'am wants to say something.
Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Madhu Tyagi, Director of Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs of India, and Namita is our life member and very dynamic. I met her personally in China, in Hong Kong basically. So she joined there later. So that was my first introduction, 2011. And coincidentally, we were roommates also. So she joined later and she had severe headache. I said, don't worry. We all are together to help each other. And then she spoke a lot about this particular project. And I was so impressed that she can think for future right now. And happy to see her progress. Her establishment is moving forward. And it's the social responsibility apart from the business what she is doing. And we should also do our bit to make Mother Earth livable. Thank you.
So I want to thank Bakar Reddy sir for his gracious presence, and also Praveen Reddy sir for coming and sharing your experience with the team here, and all the members who have visited and been part of this little session today. So we look forward to working with each of you and sharing our experience and taking your learnings to improve your working the way you want to see our products perform. I thank you everybody from on behalf of Namita, Shripad ji and my whole team here. So we have a high tea after this, so please help yourself. We have some tea, coffee and some small snack box which will be good at this time. So thank you again for coming, and Startup TV also. I want to thank them. They are covering this event for us. So thank you, sir, and all the team members of yours. Thank you so much.
Let us have tea.